and welcome, hobby friends. We have a special treat for you all today. We are playing a battle report today, but thanks to our friends at Steamforged Games, they are allowing us to spoil just a little piece of their new casual play packet called Tales from the Frontlines. We're going to be playing one of the new casual play scenarios today, which we'll go over in just a minute, and spoiling another little variant that's included in that pack for you to use in your casual play games. We're really excited about this. Just to give you kind of a brief overview of the packet, there's a few different ways to play included in the packet, but what we're going to be doing today is taking a look at one of the casual scenarios. These are intended to be played at 50 points for an optimal experience, and that's what we'll be doing today. Mike, any thoughts on this?
Yeah, so far, I mean, just what we've looked at without getting into too much detail and accidentally spoiling things we're not supposed to. Overall, the packet's amazing, especially for newer players coming in who aren't as competitive or aren't ready to go into it. All the scenarios seem to be very well put together, very well balanced, especially the one that we've played today. It was just a blast. We've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I agree. I think they've done a really good job putting a packet together that'll appeal to any kind of player. There's a little something for everybody in there. I think we here at Collateral Damage kind of describe ourselves as sort of competitively minded first, but we know that that is not the case for the wider meta. There are people here that are brand new to war games, brand new to Warmachine, and there's all different skill levels and interest levels. So we're really excited to have this packet. We're planning locally to probably do all of these things this year, not just the casual scenarios. To talk a little bit more about that, just to let you know, so we are here in Central Kentucky. Not all of us are from here. I'm a filthy Tennessean who's migrated up here, but I've been here long enough to know now that basketball and the tournament that comes up around this time of year is very, very exciting times. So what we're going to do to sort of celebrate this packet and to do something interesting and fun is that we're actually setting up a bracket. We've got 8 players, including Mike and myself. And we've set up a bracket of a single elimination sort of tournament bracket that we're styling after the March Madness college basketball tournament. The game that we are recording tonight that's going to spoil a little bit of the casual play packet is going to be the kickoff match of the first round of that. And we'll have the rest of our matches coming soon after the full release of this packet, but we're going to be using all the different scenarios that are included in this packet, and we invite all of our subscribers we'll have a link in the description soon set up for you to vote for who you think is going to win our tournament, and we'll take a drawing from a few of the winners, and we're going to give away some prizes.
Who doesn't like free stuff?
Swag is nice. So yeah, we'll explain more about that in the description. But yeah, this is going to be sort of the kickoff of a longer sort of mini series from us at Collateral Damage of showcasing these new scenarios with these 50-point games. So be on the lookout for that from us. But not to belabor the point. Folks are probably here to see this new packet in action and to watch a battle report. So with that said, we'll get on right into it. Mike, would you mind talking about our brand new scenario that we're playing today?
Let's do it. Who doesn't love spoilers? Well, the mission we were allowed to spoil today with you is called Seize the Initiative. This is a really interesting scenario. It's kind of based on an old classic brawl machine, if you know what that is. But this has one 50mm objective in the center of the table, has 2 flags and 2 caches. Now, if you look closely, you'll notice that your flag is in your opponent's territory. So you have to figure out, okay, do I want to put it back into their territory so I slam into them? Do I want to move it forward to make it easier for me to get? And they have to make the same choice.
Yeah. In addition to that, all of the scenario elements sort of score as is the steamroller standard. It's 1 victory point per objective and or piece of scenario terrain that's controlled, and it's still the same old. If you've got 3 more victory points than your opponent after the end of your opponent's turn, then you end up winning the game. So no variations, at least for this scenario, on those sort of standardized rules.
Going along with the scenario, we were allowed to spoil some of the variant rules that are included in this packet for these casual play scenarios. The one we're going to be doing is battlefield conditions. There are several in here in this packet that change the game in small ways that have some interesting things, but the battlefield conditions one that really kind of stood out at us. You roll 2d6 and you basically look at the chart and go down a pick. The one that we personally got was a Dawn Raid. And what happens in Dawn Raid is during your scenario, models can only draw a line of sight up to 10 inches. And on the attacker's 4th turn, the restriction is removed. It really changes the game for us in a way that, I can't see you to charge. I can't get to places. So it was a really cool thing, and as you go through these, there's a lot of really neat ones, and you could get 12 and have 2 of them. So
yeah, there's a lot of interesting ways that this can add a little bit of some RNG elements into either the setup of the game or sort of the way the game is played. Like with the one that we rolled, the first 3 turns, everybody's ranges were maxed out at 10, which was sort of pretty impactful since we were both playing spellcasters who wanted to sling some spells. So speaking of those lists, we'll move on to talk about those next.
All right, we're going to start with the best army in the world, Cryx. We wanted to kind of showcase how quickly you could take a command starter, which is a 30-point army, and just throw a few things in and then get right into the table playing these casual scenarios. So what I did is I took the 3D printed welcome army, the Cephalix cadre, and I played it in Cryx, and I added a raptor, I added a unit of Mechanothralls, and a unit of Sludge Thralls. So overall, that gave me Exelon as the caster, a Maleficer as a big guy, Accolon for get me some keep upkeeps for free. Xiphus, I can never remember that guy's name for some reason. But he's got Befuddle, and that's amazing. We rounded out with Criterions, and my cards today are Blessing of the Gods, Lucky Penny, Old Faithful, Put Out the Fires, and Sapper.
My 50-point list uses the same philosophy. I took the 30-point command starter that was recently released for Crucible Guard. Have to forgive our poor apps, just don't like to load those Crucible Guard images, so we've got some gray boxes here, but that command starter uses Lucas Demore and all of his drug-fueled shenanigans. He takes his Warjack Apollo, which is the character light that comes in that starter. I added a Toro for 10 points to his battle group. I have an Ascendant Mentalist and his dear wife Alice Mark, as well as 2 mechanics as my solos. I added a 8-point unit of Assault Troopers to the cadre, and then I've got the 10-point character unit of the Triumvirate to round me out to 50 points. For my cards, I took Careful Recon, Duck and Cover, Lucky Penny, Old Faithful, and Sapper.
Cryx deployment. Well, Anthony won the roll-off and decided to let me go first. And now we're placing the flags. He wanted to put his on the obstruction. And then I looked at it, I was like, you know what? That's a great idea. I'm going to do mine the same way so we can go after each other. Well, I put Exelon in the middle here. And I put a unit of Sludge Thralls on the left-hand side. So it's like I will be able to protect this cache and go up there and hopefully score. Maleficer over there on the left. Chicken on the right for some spells. Kenneth Thralls in the middle there to help hold off things. Criterions on the right, along with 2 solos.
And now for the Crucible Guard. So I went ahead and started off by deploying Lucas in a crater, sort of near that wall. I was hoping to be able to move up and use that to keep him safe. I put the Toro next to him with a mechanic. I have the assault troopers and another mechanic on the top of the screen. I put the Ascendant Mentalist sort of near Lucas, as well as Alice, and Apollo is also up with the assault troopers for that sweet arc node.
Cryx, turn 1. Okay, let's do some stuff here. First thing I do is I put 3 on the Maleficer, because you want to buff Big Boy up, and of course power up our chicken. I then activate Kythos, and I put Scything Touch on the Criterions, because who doesn't love, buffing Criterions? They need it so bad. Then take Kythos here, and I'm going to run him up behind this wall because it's very juicy and a nice spot. I run the Criterions up and put them kind of in front of the wall, just kind of get myself in place. Because again, we can't see any farther than 10 inches in front of us, so we're pretty protected. I'm going to run the Maleficer up too and kind of get him in position. Just like I talked about in deployment, I'm going to run these Sludge Thralls up so that they can protect this cache. Move the Raptor up, and move the Mechanothralls up.
Crucible Guard, turn 1. So no allocations on my turn 1, but I do take an elixir token for Lucas, get his special brew up and going on him. I activate Lucas first. I use the arc node Apollo over there on the left or the top side of the screen to cast Iron Flesh onto the assault troopers, giving them extra +2 armor and resistance to blast damage. It makes them particularly defensible with their Carapace and Ashen Veil rules. And I TK myself forward to help out with the crater being rough terrain, and then move Lucas up to the wall, camping 1. Toro runs up just sort of to block Lucas between himself and the wall. The Ascendant Mentalist moves up, uses her Force Aura ability, which will cover most of the models on the right side of the field with a +2 defense and armor versus ranged attacks buff. Alice and the mechanic on the bottom side of the screen move up into that Force Aura bubble into position. The assault troopers run up next to the cache on my side. Apollo follows as well, as does the mechanic on that side.
Cryx, turn 2. Well, it's turn 2, so I need to make sure that I contest enough stuff that I don't just get outpointed. I power up the Raptor, and I upkeep Scything Touch for free. After a bunch of measuring and making sure I'm staying out of that 10, I move the Raptor up to contest that 50mm in a second. In the center. Words are hard. Then slowly move up that Maleficer. Make sure he's in 3 for a shield guard if he gets a lucky shot. Move up those Criterions. Again, just trying to make sure that I don't get charged. That's all I need is to take a big POW hit to the face on those guys and lose them. We're going to inch up the Mechanothralls and basically everything else.
Crucible Guard, turn 2. Lucas takes another elixir token, going up to 2 total. He spends 1 of his stack to upkeep Iron Flesh, but doesn't allocate anything beyond the power-up focus to his 2 jacks. think about it for a minute, because I know I'm putting my Toro into some danger, but I really do need to contest both the center objective and the scenario terrain. And I'm hoping that between the Toro's innate tankiness and shield and what the Ascendant Minimalist can do, hopefully I won't get completely slapped down. I put elixir tokens on the triumvirate and move them up onto the hill. Hieronymus is on the hill. Rosalind and Marie are sort of in front with their better defensive stats, but they're ready to go. I do move the Menalists up, and I use Psychokinetic Force this time to reduce enemy Mat and Rats by 2 within 5 inches. Then, I run a Mechanic up to help contest the bottom side, the purple scenario terrain. I move Apollo up, check line of sight. I can see this rightmost criterion. So I shoot a hallucination dart, trying to just reduce some combat effectiveness here. Hits. It doesn't do any damage, but double vision is applied to that criterion, which is -1 for his attack rolls, and the target gets dodge versus set attacks. I move the assault troopers up slightly behind Apollo and move the mechanic on that side over to help contest the cache. Run my other mechanic up to get into the Ascendant Mentalist's aura. I'm sorry, that's Alice, not a mechanic. She runs up. She Harmonious Exaltations Lucas, which reduces the cost of his next spell cast by 1. Then move Lucas over slightly to get back into control, since he's only got a 12-inch control range with Apollo. And then he puts a Burning Ash out centered on Apollo. He camps 3, doesn't take any elixir damage due to Alice. At the end of turn 1, we are at goose eggs all around because everything is contested.
Cryx, turn 3. Alright, I need to get some points this turn. I gotta figure out how to do this. And not get destroyed by this cheap 10-point Toro. Yep, I upkeep Scything Touch for free, and then I power up the Raptor. Now I need to take out this mechanic so that I can hopefully score this. I measure around, move up, and place. Make sure I can actually hit him. Realize this is a better angle. And now we try to take him out. And in true Mike fashion, miss. Miss. And when it's all on the line, hit. But that hit's good enough that I managed to take him out. Which is really impressive because I've only got 1 die because you are immune to corrosion. And of course I missed the Toro. Criterions have decided to run up and block. Hopefully keep these assault troopers in place and Apollo. Typhus is going to walk up and contest this piece of terrain. And now I'm trying to figure out how to get my Maleficer up there and to make sure I stay out of the minus ability he has up. So I am going to shoot the net launcher at him and boost to hit because I have to hit this. I hit him and pull him in, which automatically knocks him down. Now we're just hugging each other. I then decide, well, might as well try to shoot you with my spray. which misses your other guy in the back. I do hit with the spray because you're knocked down, and I think I do 2 damage. Now it's flail time, which, because the flail has chain, it is just straight dice. First one does 8. Bye. Next one does 11. And the last one manages to take him out. Feeling a little bit better about that now. Raptor moves up. Have kind of a double contesting there. I move Kythos over. Hoping to get him in the terrain, but wasn't lucky enough. And I pop Feet, which is, while enemies are in my control area, they're -2 to attack, and my models in my control area gain dodge. Different from before the update. So, Kythos has some decent spells with dead weight, so might as well do some attacks. I buy it, and boost, and miss still. I needed a 9 to hit, and I rolled an 8. We all know how that is. Move the last solo over, and just kind of check my control area. Getting ready for his clapback. And of course, dirtle up my Mechanothralls here a little bit, so they're not out of the game. And because of that, I managed to score 1 point. Look at me with my big, impressive lead.
For my turn 3, I take yet another elixir token, 3 total now. I decide, since I need a little bit more muscle, I'm going to go ahead and pop Alice's transmogrification potion to turn her into Big Alice in my control phase. So I'll replace her there now. Think for a minute, and I realize this is probably the time to have Lucas' feet. I'm checking some stuff. To give you an idea, Lucas's feet gives every Jack in his control range an immediate focus. He gets another elixir token and gets to backfill it with the focus, as well as giving him range amplifier for +5 range on his spells. He slings a Disintegrate at the Malfessor, which hits, does 10 damage, and reduces the Malfessor's armor by 2. Big damage there. I then have him charge in on one of the Criterions. He connects with the melee attack on the Criterions. And after the setting up some potential charge lane for Apollo here. But after his charge attack on the Criterions, he does 5 total damage after the rapid healing kicks in. So here's the charge now. Just measuring to see if I'm in Kythos' feet, which I am now. Hits, but I do not kill. Then decide to go ahead and shoot that Criterion with my hand cannon. I miss, which triggers Mike's feet to dodge away, which he does decide to take. Once he dodges away, spin 2 to TK Apollo towards Malfessor 2 inches and getting him out of combat. He ends camping 1, and I get a lucky roll of 6 on Juicer, so take no damage on that. Apollo then charges in with the Malfessor. Even though he's a light jack, he's a POW 11 armor pierce on his charge attack. So I make sure to boost that, make sure it hits. And luckily, I crank 10 damage on that charge attack. Not expecting a whole lot out of the second attack, which I buy. I'm out of focus at this point, so no boost. But I hit, and I just roll a casual 8 damage on it with a big roll. Big Alice goes next, and I decide to send her in. Actually, I'm sorry. The assault troopers are just swinging into the Criterions now. I end up killing one of them, but whiff on the other two. One of them does end up on fire due to the crit fire on their thermal hammers. Now I send Alice in. She just walks forward her 7 and then jumps into combat with the sludge thralls. Takes her 2 swings, does a couple points of damage, but no kills as of yet. But she is contesting and keeping those sludge thralls occupied. So next, the Triumvirate goes. They're a very interesting unit with their elixir tokens. We start off by double ice caging the Malfesser to make it stationary. We do those off of Rosalind and Marie, spending one of their tokens each. And then make a charge and get all the models in range for their melee attacks. Which all, fortunately, are going to hit due to Malfesser being stationary. So we charge Hieronymus in, he's the big hitter, and then place Rosalind and Marie around. Go ahead and have Hieronymus do his charge attack first since he's got the big hammer. And luckily, he ends up killing the Malfesser with his charge attack. He spends one of his elixir tokens then to ice cage the Raptor, which hits and reduces its defense by 2. Don't have any other charge attacks, but both Rosalind and Marie can use their ranged weapons now that they're unengaged. Rosalind's flamethrower hits it for a couple points and catches it on fire. Marie misses with her corrosion vial, but does a couple points of splash damage. It's a pretty good turn and a lot of work out of that unit. Definitely excited about them and looking forward to using them more. But to cap off my turn, I move the Mentalist back up and do Force Aura again there in the mid-board to sort of keep some stuff safe. I don't, however, contest the blue scenario piece on the other side due to him running his Criterions up, so Mike goes to 2-0.
Yeah! Cryx, turn 4. Alright. Well, I gotta try to get these fires out. Unfortunately, it doesn't go on the Raptor. And Anthony just rolls real well and gives me 6 damage. Thank you, Anthony.
Very well.
And does not go out on the Criterion. But he takes pity on me here and uses one of his bad rolls for the game. It's nice of you. I then decide to play Old Faithful on the Raptor, so I can heal up its systems. It's kind of hurt at this point, just a little. And I heal him for 3. Yep, keep Scything Touch for free. No allocations. Activate my Raptor. I move him over, and then I spray. But unfortunately, Raptor does not have a good rat, and you have a bunch of defensive buffs right now. So I miss Toro, and I miss Marie, I think was her name.
Yeah.
Because that force barrier, force aura on that mentalist. Alright, I need to get rid of Alice over here. So let's see what we can do. I try to blast her with all the sprays, but I missed with all of them. And now I'm going to fight my little hand movements. I hit with the first one, I do 4 damage to him. Like, great, we got this. And missed the last 2. And remember, if you don't want to miss any of our great content, don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell, give us a like, and comment down below. Time to see if I can get some use out of Xiphus and see if I can make Befuddle work for once. So I'm going to try to move this mechanic so that I can hopefully score this cash this turn. And I miss. Good job, Xiphus. Now we start attacking with the Criterions. After some nice hits because of the Battle Driven and the Scything Touch, I managed to kill one of them. I leave one on one box, and I think the other one doesn't take any damage. He's too far out. I'm going to move over the Spell Slave solo, make sure it's in range. We activate our Kythos. I use Lucky Penny on it. I'm going to shoot it with its gun, because the gun has a crit knockdown effect that I'm really hoping to get. So I boost the hit. Roll, and I do crit, but I miss. I reload, and boost again, and I managed to hit. Pushing him back 3 inches, but stops when it makes contact, and he becomes knocked down. Also do 2 damage to him. I then cast Scything Touch on the Mechanothrall that is closest to him. And we have to kind of look at this because it's a weird angle I have to go into. Mechanothrall charges in. And then we place it around. I'm only able to get, I think, 4 in. Last one I'm going to try to hurt some Triumph. Alright, thanks to knockdown. I can come at you. Mechanothralls can do a little bit of damage when they can hit. And I managed to kill him. Now we're going to try to hit, I can't remember what model that one is, but I pretty much miss.
Remember, it has good defense.
Yes, they do. But because I'm still controlling the other one, I go up to 3.
All right, Crucible Guard turn 4. My back is up against the wall. He's up 3-0. If I can't stop him from scoring and score myself, I will lose on scenario. No allocations because there's nothing to allocate to, but I go ahead and juice up to 5. It's go big or go home time. I start with Lucas. He's got a really fun ability on his personal melee weapon called Exothermic Reaction, which if you box a model, it RFPs that model and does a POW 12 fire damage roll to every other enemy model within 2 inches. So I think he can probably take out this whole squad of Mechanothralls if I get lucky. He charges in and absolutely clocks his target, and because of the model I chose to hit, it does catch every other Mechanothrall with that exothermic reaction effect. I kill 2 of them outright, but Mike toughs the other 2. I whiff my hand cannon shot into one of the remaining knockdown Mechanothralls. I change tack just a little bit, and I go ahead and fire off a disintegration into the nearby raptor, which I hit and luckily disintegrated to death.
My face.
I still got a few focus left because he's juiced up to a total of 10 now. So he only has 9 on him. So I buy a hammer and kill the knockdown thrall next to me. I roll for Juicer thinking I'm going to take some damage, but nope. I roll a 6 again.
I hate you.
The juice is loose. The Assault Troopers kind of just move over slightly to contest the cache better. They make some attacks on the Criterions, but just do just a couple points of damage after the rapid healing. Mechanic runs up to contest that scenario piece and stop the bleeding on that side. So I decide here and now that, let's just charge a caster with the Triumvirate. Just checking all the angles, making sure things are good. Don't have to worry about that Mechanothrall because he's knocked down. Just got to make sure I get a good angle. So we get up onto the caster. We start out by using Rosalind and Marie's tokens for Ice Cage. I actually get both of them off. Although I have to use one. I have to use Hieronymus's spell as well. I had the first one misses, the last 2 hits, so Kathos is stationary. After I resolve their charge attacks, which unfortunately were slightly low damage rolls, he is on 0 camp, 9 health, he's corroded, and on fire. Which is a really scary place to be because he's also in Lucas's control area. And the rule for Crucible Guard is you take double damage to continuous effects. I move up the Ascendant Mentalist, and she kills that last knockdown Mechanothrall just to get it out of contest range for the center objective. She's also helping Alice contest the scenario piece. So I was able to execute my plan to stay in the game for 1 more round. Alice ends up healing for 3 from her hyper regeneration, fights the Sud Thralls, and finally kills one. It does blow up. I don't take any damage from the blast.
But I do.
I don't think. Oh yeah, Mike takes a point of damage from his own blast. So at the end, I score 1 point, and Mike stays at 3. So the game continues on to turn 5.
Cryx, turn 5. Well, again, I am in danger. So, as not to die, I play the Put Out the Fires card on Kythos, and we kind of roll to see what would have happened off camera there a little bit, and I would have in fact died if I didn't have Put Out the Fires. And I do put out the fire on the back. So, no one likes your fire, get it out of here. And I'm trying to kill Alice, and I do, I think, 4 total points to her, so she's on 3 health. Then activate these Criterions in the back. Kill the assault trooper that has 1 box on him. I try to kill the other one, but I end up missing with the last guy, so he just stays. Typhus moves up and uses his spray attack onto the mechanic, hoping to get this objective back. And great job, Zyphus. You didn't fail me. But I also try to hit the caster and do nothing. I asked the stats on some of the Triumph because they're all different. They're all different stats. They're all different boxes. It's confusing as it can be. Well, Kythos has to do something, so I'm going to try to clear these guys out. I hit Hieronymus? Was that his name?
Yeah, Hieronymus.
Yeah, look at me. I think I ended up doing 6 damage on the first one, and second initial, when I boost it, kills him.
Yep. He does have 10 boxes. He's a beefy guy.
Biffy boy. Now I'll spray, I think it's Marie. Yep. And I boost a hit, boost damage, but only do 4 damage. Hoping for a spike there. Debating whether I want to reload. I do, but I miss. That sits me on 2. Now move up, and I spell Slave into the Ascended Mentalist, which I actually hit. And I do 4 damage. Needed to do 5, leaving it on 1. But I was able to get that objective on that stereo piece, and put him up to 4, and Anthony goes to 2.
Crucible Guard, turn 5. So I realized that I'm probably going to lose the attrition and then the scenario, so it is go time. I drop Iron Flesh off of the Assault Troopers. I do not juice, because 10 focus is probably enough.
Nah.
So first things first, I try to charge in the Ascendant Mentalist onto Kythos. She's got crit knockdown on her attack, but it was a no-go. Missed. Activate the Triumvirate next. The 2 that are left, they both try to get an Ice Cage off on Kythos to make it a little easier. First one misses, but the second one hits for a cheeky -2 defense drop. And nothing left to do but send in the man himself, because the Triumvirate don't do any damage with their melee attacks. Or Rosalind's flamethrower misses as well. So here we go. Let's just see what 10 focus drug addict with a hammer can do to this Cephalix. Boost the charge attack. It hits. DOS -3. To the focus does a chunk. Second one misses. Third one, or second one hits, boosts the damage. Roll poorly. Third one hits and does a chunk. There goes the last of the focus. So here comes another attack. Just trying to hard roll the hits now so I can boost the damage. And I'm able to do it. I think I had 3 focus left on Lucas. Assassination victory for the Crucible Guard. So this scenario was a whole lot of fun. I have to be honest, when I saw that these were going to be 50-point matches, I figured they would be over in no time. But we played a full 5-round game. We weren't playing on clock for this since we were recording, but I have a gut feeling that we would have probably both been pretty low on even an hour-long timer, trying to feel our way through the scenario and through the variant, the Dawn Raid that we rolled up. It felt like a really full, rich game of Warmachine, just with a fewer models on the table, but every bit as fun as a 100-point game, which is very exciting and gives me a lot of warm, fuzzy feelings for the rest of this packet.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this scenario, and honestly, I could kind of see this one being in a steamroller. I don't think it's too far off, but it's also just got enough fun casual elements in it to make it perfect. The variants, again, I think that's just so cool, and I can't wait for you guys to see the other ones. They're all just going to add such a good depth to the game, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We just kept talking about how much fun we had playing this. It was just a good back and forth. There was a lot of death, a lot of destruction, and it was really neat having both of the flags in the middle of the table. Of course, our choice, because we got to fight over them the whole time. And in 50 points, you don't have a whole lot, so losing a unit matters. It was kind of nice that we both lost our jacks at the same time, so we didn't have to worry about that.
Mutually assured destruction.
Exactly.
So once again, I'll say big thanks to Steamforged Games for letting us spoil this upcoming packet a little bit for you all. We are, I'll remind folks again that we are using this as sort of the first match in a larger sort of mini tournament that we're doing. We were handed the casual play packet, and the first thing we thought is we should have a tournament to see who's the most casual of all of us. So
yeah.
We're going to be doing, like I said, this was the first game in round 1. We've got 6 other players with 6 different armies that are going to be participating in this. We'll have information in the description below about how you can participate if you're subscribed to our channel, which we hope you are. And we'll be giving away some fun prizes at the end of it. I will say we don't have every single command starter, but we have quite a few command starters that we are willing to part with. So our first prize winner will get a command starter of their choice of the half a dozen or so that we have access to. And we'll have a few other little prizes in there as well that will be given away to whoever can guess who is going to take home the crown of King of the Casuals. The bracket will be below, and we hope that you engage with us. Just leave a comment down with who you think is going to win, and we'll put a date in the description as well as when these results will be recorded, and no further entries will be accepted. But we hope you engage with us on that. We're excited about it and excited about the packet. Anything else to add, Mike?
Nope. Other than for sure it won't be me. It won't be Cryx. So there's your freebie. You're welcome.
Yep, a 1 in 7 chance of guessing right, but we've got those. We've got the players, the factions, and the lists all available for you to take a look at when this goes live.
And I definitely want to add on to the thank you, Steamforged, for letting us do this, and thank you for listening to the players, because reading through this packet, it definitely feels like you guys took the time and care and love into this to making something for people who aren't as competitive as everybody else, and good scenarios to ease people into the game. So yeah. It's really refreshing again to see that. I know we gush on you guys all the time, but thank you.
Yeah, and I'll add too that not just for folks who aren't as competitive, but there's really good scenarios in this packet that are excellent for folks that are either brand new to war games in general, or maybe just brand new to Warmachine but have an understanding of the generalities of wargaming. So each of them sort of build a little bit in complexity, and just a fantastic packet for folks at all different skill levels. So we're very excited about it. We hope you are too, and we really do think that Steamforged has really knocked it out of the park with this packet. Well, Mike, I'd say that about wraps us up here today. From all of us here at Collateral Damage, we thank you for checking this out with us, and we'll be back at it again with more battle reports in this series, as well as our regular 100-point tournament-style battle reports soon. Keep following, or keep your eyes on the channel for additional videos coming out as new things happen in the world of Warmachine. And we'll see you soon.
See ya.